guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5.
And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the 4Runner has been Toyota's off-road SUV since 1984. The 6th generation 4Runner that you see here is all new this year for 2025, sharing a platform and many overall components with the new Tacoma. Although the 6th generation 4Runner keeps its rugged off-road capability with available disconnecting stabilizer bars, locking rear differential, available 33-inch tires, and off-road cruise control, Toyota has also done a fantastic job refining this SUV's on-road composure while bumping the towing capacity 1,000 pounds now up to 6,000. There are 6 trims available for the 2025 4Runner and 2 engine options. The lower 3 trims get Toyota's powerful 2.4-liter turbo, and the higher 3 trims get Toyota's 2.4-liter turbo hybrid, ranging from the $40,000 SR5 that we have here up to the $55,000 Limited. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So of course, we have an all-new ground-up redesign for the 6th generation 4Runner, and it looks good. Shares a lot of styling cues with the Tacoma, but you can clearly tell this is a completely different vehicle. The lights are the same, the grille's pretty similar, and the fog lights are also just about the same. They're LED projectors for the headlamps, halogen turn signals, and LEDs for the fog lights. I like the black contrast to the grille, especially with this new dark gray metallic. I'll leave a link right here, show you the exact name of it. With 4Runner etched in the headlight housing, we get some plastic cladding for the wheel well area, for both wheel well areas, or I guess all 4 wheel wells, for rock chips with these beefy Ridge Grappler all-terrain tires, which are part of a $1,400 upgrade package, but they look really good. These aren't the 33-inch tires, these are 265 R17s, so they equal out to about a 32-inch tire, so still really beefy. Unfortunately, this specific SR5 is just a 2-wheel drive model, but these beefy Ridge Grapplers should help this off-road capability even with the 2-wheel drive. We get a 6-lug pattern, pretty decent amount of ground clearance. I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly how much there is. We have black contrasted mirror caps. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2025 4Runner. With the roof rails up top too, about a $600 upgrade package. I'll leave a link right here, show you all the options and features on the window sticker. So the 2-wheel drive SR5, we're looking at a $40,770 base price, $1,400 for these beefy Ridge Grapplers, which I would recommend, $700 for the Toyo Guard Platinum, $589 for the cargo light, $529 for the crossbars, $129 for the multimedia screen protector, $80 for the black front emblem overlay. So the grille's not completely blacked out. Without the $80 black front emblem overlay, we would have a chrome or silver Toyota badge. So about $3,400 in options, $1,500 destination charge, totaling us out at $45,695.94. I mentioned the plastic cladding over all 4 wheel wells. From this angle, you can see they actually function as fender flares, with the fronts getting functional airflow. We get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, black contrasted door handles, black trim for the window trim, black pillars, and the black contrasted mirrors with a large piece of glass blind spot monitoring on it. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is inside. Black SR5 logo on the C-pillar. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Hopefully you guys can pick up the frame and suspension setup. No leaf springs, wouldn't be expected on this off-road SUV. Hopefully you can pick up the differential, axle. Unfortunately, just the 2-wheel drive model, as we mentioned, but for the $40,000 base price point, this is still a very solid vehicle, even off-road vehicle, considering this $1,400 Ridge Grappler upgrade. We had full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. Shout out Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. We had Toyota etched in the center trunk area. It's not an electric opening trunk, but we do have electric window controls for the sliding rear glass. Definitely glad that Toyota kept that. Black 4Runner badge underneath, exhaust tip in the corner. We had Toyota trailer hitch cover. Again, this 4Runner for 2025 can tow 6,000 pounds. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and here she sounds. All Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by Toyota for the 2025 4Runner. And it sounds okay, cranking out 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is a major upgrade compared to the previous 5-speed. You can expect 0 to 60 in the mid to high 6-second range, with the available hybrid power plant probably getting that closer to the mid to lower 6-second range, with the upgraded hybrid power plant likely getting this SUV closer to the lower mid 6-second range. That's about it though guys for the outside of this 2025 4Runner. It's a really good looking SUV, especially with this all new underground gray metallic paint color. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with the absolute base 2025 4Runner. So up top, we just get hard plastic, but with some premium feeling graining material, hard plastic in the center, but a leather wrapped soft armrest, rubberized grab handle area, 4-window auto on touch, power adjustable mirrors. They're not power folding mirrors, but they do fold in manually. Solid storage, you'll maybe squeeze a foot long down there, you'll easily squeeze it right here, or have two 24-ounce bottles. Just the base sound system here, but it sounds pretty good for a base. The seats, although they're cloth, they have actual stitching and a very durable feeling fabric to them. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide manually with power lumbar control, which is an appreciated touch for a base SR5. But taking a step inside, it doesn't feel too high off the ground. We don't get a pickup truck style grab handle or running boards. You can add running boards if that's what you like, or you can keep the added ground clearance. But engine start stop, it's nice to get the push button start on the base, and everything fires right to life. So pretty similar overall interior compared to a base Tacoma, but the steering wheel area feels a lot more premium. We have a perforated leather wrapped wheel with stitching. It's pretty thick, solid 10 and 2, and 9 and 3 fits perfect in your hands. Stitching even for the horn area, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We get dual pane windows on the base SR5, so it should be a really quiet interior. And just driving it around the parking lot, they have significantly improved the ride quality and overall isolation from the road. We get our volume and skip controls on the left side, voice commands you can hang up and answer your phone calls, adjustments for the infotainment system too. Right now we're looking at our advanced safety feature settings, warnings, fuel economy, compass and turn-by-turn music, vehicle information, which is currently set to a turbo gauge. We also get engines, trans oil temp, auxiliary gauges, trailer mode, pitch and roll, traction monitor, tire pressure, trip A, trip B, and our drive info. My personal favorite screen to leave it at all times would be the turbo gauge. On the left side, we have our coolant temp, digital speedo in the center, tach goes to a little over 6,000 RPM, fuel level on the right side. On the right side of the steering wheel, we have our adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, our mode selector with our adjustments for the radio. We'll turn the sound off so we don't get hit with copyright. Tilt and telescoping steering column. The stocks have a satisfying click, auto headlamps, daytime running lights, and fog lights. No auto rain sensing wipers, but wouldn't be expected on the base SR5. We get our interior brightness, gas cap release, auto high beams, turn off the traction control, and hopefully get a good look at the pedals with the hood latch released in the lower right corner. The air vents have this gunmetal gray material outside of it, just hard plastic for the dashboard. We have 3 speakers on the dashboard with bass speakers on each door. So for a bass system, it does sound surprisingly good. We have the engine start stop button, standard 8-inch touchscreen with the available 14-inch touchscreen, and an available 12.3-inch digital gauge display, just not on the base SR5. Toyota requires a subscription to even access your infotainment screen, so unfortunately, we're not going to check out all of that. See if we can see our vehicle settings, trip information, vehicle alert, overall settings underneath, and that's really about it. So we'll just leave it at this home screen. The backup camera we can check out. It's a very high resolution screen. You can adjust the zoom function with the guidance lines on the right side. Throwing right back into park, we return right back to the previous screen. 2 air vents. We don't get automatic climate control, but I actually prefer manual climate even in vehicles with auto climate, with the temperature adjustments on the left side, vent controls on the right, defrosters down below. We get 2 USB-C ports, 12 volt underneath, and a nice storage area for a phone or wallet. No wireless phone charging pad, but of course it is available. Nice rubberized grip area, and functions as an oh crap handle if the driver is driving like a maniac. Gear selector control and the 8-speed automatic transmission. No paddle shifters, but we have manual shifts on the gear selector. Electronic parking brake with brake hold. We have our tow haul and drive mode selector. Our drive modes include Eco, Normal, and Sport. We'll try out all those drive modes throughout this review. Blank switches for the higher trims. You'll fit 24 to 32 ounce water bottles in these cup holders. Nice gushy, soft injection molded plastic armrest. The center console is decently spacious. I'd expect you to fit a 12 pack of 12 ounce cans. You'll fit 3 or 4 pairs of socks in the top open part of the glove box. The glove box itself is massive. You're fitting 35-40 license plates, probably 5 or 6 Harry Potter books. I'd expect you to easily fit 3 pairs of shoes. We get a thin framed rear view mirror, but it's not auto dimming. You gotta pull this flappy thing to dim it. Sunglass holder, interior lights are LED. This button right here allows you to push and open the sliding rear glass, which is a really convenient feature, not just to eliminate the noise buffering if your windows are down, but if you want to fold the second row seats down, you can run kayaks through your SUV, not have to lug them to the top of it, not have to buy a pickup truck. It is convenient overall, and also for grocery bag purposes if you have pets. We'll check all that out when we take a step out towards the cargo space. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat at least. This 2025 Toyota 4Runner base model SR5. Surprisingly loaded, well equipped, and great looking for a base model. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the material. So just like up front, we get hard plastic everywhere except for the armrest with a rubberized grab handle. Auto one-touch window, no dual pane windows out rear, wouldn't be expected. Cup holder, and you'll fit a 6-inch sub right next to it. Bass speaker on the door. The second row seats are still the fabric material, not the most bolstering, but they're soft and decently comfortable. We do have a truck style grab handle for the back seat passengers, and at a little bit over 6 feet tall, I still have about 3-4 inches of knee room, headroom, about an inch. So if you're under 6'3", 6'4", you should be able to comfortably sit behind your seat settings in the back of a 4Runner. The seating position in the back seat is a little bit high, probably because of the solid rear axle. We do get rear air vents, even on the base SR5. Big thumbs up to Toyota for that. Map pockets behind both the front seats and 2 USB-C ports. We can open up this center cubby armrest, which is fabric. You'll fit 24, maybe 32 ounce bottles with an LED light. That's about it though, guys, for the second row. There is an available third row for the 4Runner, but this SUV does not get that. We mentioned the sliding third glass. It's convenient not only for kayaks or 2x4s, 4x4s, whatever by 4s running through your SUV without having to strap anything down. It's also convenient if you have pets in the car. You can drop this glass and throw grocery bags in here and not have to open up your entire trunk and worry about your pet flying all over the parking lot. We also have our rear wiper housed underneath the pretty large spoiler. We can open up this trunk. It's not an electrically opening tailgate or liftgate trunk, whatever you like to call it, but the hydraulic struts make things a lot easier with hooks in each corner for tie downs. Very large overall cargo space too, with a low floor at a little bit over 6 feet tall. My knee is about an inch or two below the step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, they shouldn't have any trouble hopping in the back of this 2025 4Runner. And it's a really large cargo space. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much space there is, with a really high ceiling and very low floor. This SUV is available with the third row. You can tell because we have the armrest in each corner. This particular SUV, as you mentioned, does not have that. No secret storage either, probably because this SUV is available as a hybrid, but we have some additional space in the corner. And we'll see what we have underneath this. No, we will not, because it feels like it's very tightly secured. We have a 12 volt in the corner. That's nice for an electrically cooled cooler. And the storage pockets, although we don't have a third row, it's a convenient place to throw some car accessories. We can drop this trunk right down, take a step back, and walk around this 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5 one more time. It's a really nice looking SUV, especially with these Nitto Ridge Grappler tires. For $1,400, I recommend throwing those on just about any 4Runner, regardless of the trim level. If you have a specific tire in mind, like a BF Goodrich KO2, and you want to sell the factory tires, yes, it may overall cost you a couple $100 less, but if you're okay with paying a couple $100 more and just picking up your car perfect as is, I'd recommend just going with these Ridge Grapplers from the factory. But performance-wise, let's take this all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5 out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, compared to the old one, the refinement on the road is not even comparable. While still being available with the 4-wheel drive, locking differential, available 33-inch tires, I mean, even these 32-inch Ridge Grapplers are more than capable enough. So for an off-road SUV, it's still just as good as the 4Runners of the past, but on-road, this feels closer to the GX than it does to any 4Runner that I've ever driven. Over the bumps, you barely feel anything. You can barely even tell that there's a live rear axle in the back of this SUV. And with the dual pane windows, excellent isolation from the road. Throttle response is good too. We're just in eco mode right now, but it still feels solid. We can try it out in normal, about third throttle, good boost. The low and mid-range feels a lot stronger than the outgoing 4-liter. The throttle response is a little bit better with the 4-liter, and foot to the floor, high-end, top-end power, maybe a tiny bit stronger with the 4-liter, but outside of those two scenarios, the daily driving power band area is a lot stronger. From like 1500 RPM to 4000 RPM, there's just a strong surge of torque. We can try it out in sport mode. The transmission immediately downshifts us a gear. Throttle feels a little bit more sensitive. I'm impressed with how instant this turbocharged 4-cylinder feels. I know this is not the hybrid power plant. The hybrid power plant will feel even more instant, but it's definitely one of the more responsive feeling turbo 4-cylinders, especially for an SUV of this size. All right, guys, sport mode. Let's lean into it a little bit. Good throttle response in sport. Half throttle. Oh, definitely a lot more sensitive in sport mode and a lot quicker in the mid-range compared to the outgoing model. Let these guys have a little bit of space, lean into it a little bit more. Oh, traction control. Yeah, I could definitely see 0 to 60 happening in under 7 seconds. The 4-wheel drive models will put the power down a little bit better, but even in the 2-wheel drive model, you put your foot down to the floor off the line, it puts the power down well enough. Obviously nowhere to go on this highway, but hopefully you guys had a good idea of the acceleration in this thing. Throw it back into Eco. I thought the Eco had a very good throttle response, and this is where you're going to get the best fuel economy with this turbocharged 4-cylinder. So I'd probably leave it here for daily driving, maybe normal mode. A little passing power, half throttle in Eco. It doesn't downshift you, but that boost kicks in quickly, so you don't need the transmission to downshift. But yeah, for that reason, I guess I'll leave it in normal mode for daily driving, just so we have the balance of downshifting transmission and slightly better fuel economy compared to sport. That turbo whistle sounds really cool. Everything about this power plant I prefer over the V6, except for the off-the-line throttle response and probably the potential 1/4 to 500,000 mile reliability. But at the end of the day, how many people were keeping their 4Runners to 1/4, 500,000 miles before trading them in anyway? For the first 100 to 150,000 miles, this 4Runner feels better and just about is better in every which way. 60 miles an hour on a concrete highway. Even with these beefy all-terrain tires, the road noise is just about non-existent. The wind noise with these dual-pane windows is non-existent. And for a base SR5, every trim level above this will be better. So considering that this SR5 is as good as it is, and you're looking for something a little bit nicer, I think you will achieve that with every trim level above this. And that's not to say that this isn't already a really nice SUV at the $40,000 base price point. Give this guy in front of us a little bit of space. We'll try one more acceleration in normal mode on the gas. Yeah, it pulls really hard. Definitely no complaints. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a premium feeling off-road capable SUV, first off, I would recommend going with the 4-wheel drive model, but if you want to save a couple $1,000 and you don't plan on taking it off-road, this 2-wheel drive is more than good enough. But if you're looking for an actual off-road capable SUV, let's pretend this is the 4-wheel drive model. You have beefy all-terrain tires, about 32-inch Nitto ridge grapplers. We don't have the locking differential in the SR5. We don't have the disconnecting stabilizer bars in the SR5. But with 4-wheel drive, these beefy all-terrains, this is a genuinely capable off-road SUV with plenty of space for 5 full-size adults and a really comfortable ride. The dual-pane windows, the decent audio system for a base, and the driving dynamics of the new Tacoma in every which way possible. And if anything, it feels even softer on the road than the new Tacoma. You don't feel a solid rear axle out rear. Body roll is just about non-existent. Boost kicks in quickly. And for a turbo 4-cylinder, it doesn't have an unpleasant engine noise. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a premium feeling 2-row off-road capable SUV, genuinely off-road capable, I would recommend going with the 4-wheel drive model, but this 2025 Toyota 4Runner SR5 is an excellent SUV, and I would definitely recommend checking one out. And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for T, And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.